Hey everyone, welcome back. Have you ever felt like the whole world is trying to sell you something? Not just products, but ideas about who you should be? And have you ever wondered if it's possible to find real love when everything, even people's feelings, seems to have a price tag? That heavy question is exactly what we're digging into today with a truly unique and intense book, The Devil Book by the brilliant Danish author Asta Olivia Nordenhof. This book matters because it tells the story of one woman who goes to the absolute edges of life, chasing danger, seeking money, and facing down what she thinks is the actual devil, just to figure out how to be truly alive in a world that feels rigged against her. The main theme? It's a powerful exploration of love, money, and the fight against lonely, cruel systems. Asta Olivia Nordenhof isn't just a regular novelist. She's an award-winning poet. This means she writes with fierce, beautiful words that hit you right in the gut. Her previous book, Money to Burn, was a huge success and won several prizes, causing a global sensation. Asta Olivia Nordenhof is known for taking on huge, serious topics like the tragedy of the Scandinavian star fire, where many people died. She tries to uncover the rot beneath the surface, not just bad people, but the way our whole society works for profit. She's honest and daring, saying, "This is my book, this is for you, this is an erotic thriller about businessmen and the devil." She doesn't shy away from telling the brutal truth. Our story is told by an amazing, troubled, and sometimes confusing woman. Let's call her Olivia, though she uses the name Daphne for a long time. The narrator, Olivia Daphne, she is clever, beautiful, and admits she struggles a lot with feeling like she belongs. She starts working at a fancy brothel called Velvet Deluxe because she needs money and feels like she can't do anything else. She lies easily and often, even about who she is. She's searching for a truth so big it might kill her. This is the mysterious businessman, the supposed devil of the story. He is elegant and controlled, but he comes looking for Olivia not for sex, but for something much stranger. He represents the harsh, cold power of money and profit. The host, the narrator's current boyfriend in London. He's a programming architect who seems very nice and organized. He gives Olivia a safe, quiet space to write her story, but she keeps wondering if he's too good to be true, maybe just a program or an algorithm designed to test her. Anastasia, Olivia's colleague at the brothel. Anastasia is wonderful because she is so clear-headed and warm. She gives Olivia kindness and true friendship, often while they watch TV together under a thick duvet. The story happens in two main places. First, the present day is a luxurious high-rise apartment in London. Because of travel rules, Olivia has to stay here for 2 weeks, almost like being in a fancy cage. This high-up, distant place is the perfect setting for her to look down on her past and finally write about tea. Second, the past is Velvet Deluxe in Copenhagen and a bizarre, heavily furnished hotel suite in a city like Milan. This is where tea keeps her confined. The core concept is, what happens when you chase the devil just to feel alive? Olivia is convinced that only facing death or absolute destruction can make a life real in a society built on greed. She's trying to find the source of the world's misery, the father of the modern businessman, and decides to face it head-on. Act 1. The setup, the seduction of destruction. Olivia, working as Daphne, meets T. He doesn't want normal services, he wants a companion. He says he needs someone with a pure heart, which, to him, means someone entirely without conscience. He tells her she can never ask questions, only say yes or no. Because Olivia is so desperate for something dramatic, anything but the miserable life she was living, she says yes immediately. He whisks her away, blindfolding her, and putting headphones on her head playing Abba's greatest hits. This is her journey away from the normal world and into his strange, controlled domain. He confines her to a huge, over-the-top hotel suite and tells her he just needs her to follow rules. Act 2. Conflict and exploration, the knife. At first, Olivia is alone and terribly bored, surrounded by too many gold vases and plastic flowers. She starts asking T for outrageous gifts: a suit of armor, shoes with flamingo heels, a medieval sword. But even these luxuries feel empty. They don't bring her joy. Then, she asks for a large, sharp knife. This is the turning point. When T brings it, the knife lies between them in bed, becoming the focal point of their twisted connection. They start carving into each other's skin, first initials, then her real name, Olivia, and then the shared promise, I will kill you. T carves back the answer, same. For Olivia, this promise of mutual destruction feels more real and powerful than any kind of love she had ever known. She even gets pregnant by T, feeling like she's master over the cells of a new life named Death. Act 3. Resolution. Choosing the money. One morning, they wake up, knowing this is the day one of them must die. But instead of fighting, Olivia is suddenly filled with a different urge to pack. She tries to pack all her ridiculous gifts, the armor, the tiara, the lamp, but realizes they are too heavy and useless. She puts on her coat, takes her empty suitcase, and simply tells T, I'd like to go now. T calmly agrees and gives her a suitcase stuffed with cash. 46 bundles, one for every day she was there. She chose to walk away with the money, abandoning the dramatic climax of death she had sought. Back in the present, having written the story, Olivia realizes that the true escape isn't in private destruction or running away alone with money, but in finding genuine, shared life and community, which the poet section calls open houses. This book is filled with deep ideas. 1. The price of everything. The book shows how money dictates everything, even our need for love. Olivia only became a prostitute because the government cut her benefits, proving that the system, capitalism, often forces people to make terrible choices just to survive. 2. The devil is the system. The devil isn't just T. It's the whole structure that allows a few rich tyrants to rule and profit off everyone else's misery. Olivia realizes that if T is the devil, she might be one too, because she participated in the system. 3. Cages and freedom. Olivia keeps finding herself locked up, in the high-rise flat, in T.S. suite, and in the psychiatric ward. True freedom, the author suggests, comes not from killing your oppressor, but from opening up your life and sharing with friends. 4. The goat's head. In the madhouse, Olivia discovers the uterus looks like the head of a goat. This is a dark, strange symbol, hinting that the female body, which is supposed to bring life, also holds the power of the devil and total overthrow. There are two statements in this book that really stick with you. 1. If T is a devil, what does that make me? This is the question the narrator must answer. She fears that by seeking money and accepting T's dangerous offer, she became just as corrupted as the system she hated. It shows that the true horror is often finding the evil lurking inside yourself after dealing with external evil. 2. I once said we can't know what love is until we have abolished capitalism, but then you shouldn't believe everything I say. This quote comes from the poetic section. It's funny, sad, and honest all at once. It means that while the ideal world, where capitalism is gone, would make love easier, we can't wait for that perfect world. We have to start finding and sharing love right now, even in this messy world. The biggest lesson I took from the Devil book is that loneliness is the true danger. When Olivia was isolated, she sought something extreme, the promise of death, to feel meaningful. But the shift happened when she realized she needed connection. The book teaches us that fighting the cruelty of the world isn't a solitary mission. We have to work for the revolution in whatever way you can, whether that means feeding the children, writing poems, or just deciding to share your house and your pain with friends. We all get confused and hurt, but as the author writes, we may be trash, but even trash can laugh, and when we laugh, we open up the doors. That means even when we feel broken, we are capable of giving each other exactly what we need: love and acceptance. While this book is powerful, it's not an easy read. If you're looking for a traditional, straightforward story, this isn't it. The author intentionally switches styles, jumping from a novel to poems to a harsh monologue from a psychiatric ward. This experimental structure, while interesting, can sometimes feel confusing and disjointed. Also, the topics discussed, like prostitution, abuse, mental illness, and graphic self-harm, are very intense and heavy. This book asks us to look at the world honestly, no matter how painful it is. If the world is miserable, we have to start building a party together. So my question for you is, if our houses were truly open to everyone, what's the first thing you would choose to share? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give this video a like, subscribe for more deep dives, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next discussion. Thanks for watching and read boldly.